and we ended up teleporting her back to Ice's village, Ice's that village with the Queen Latifah or whatever.
Yeah, to Corwell.
Yep, to Corwell. There we go.
And then not Queen Latifah. Ice, can you help fill in the blanks?
Tanisha.
Queen Tanisha. Okay.
You guys, you're hearing this is how Roos hears this story. And so Roos was still invisible. He became visible. We started moving because we were heading the opposite direction from where we sent her.
Yeah.
So we did that, and then Roos went to he flew up really high and went into the ethereal plane, I believe. Or no, he casted, he used Wish to cast True Sight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then you and I did a sidebar, and then Roos came back and said, everything here is fake. Then we traveled as far as we could using the True Sight mixed with the skills of Ice and Stella. And then we built a place. I built a place that had a door that no one else could open.
Yes.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
You set a couple people to be able to open it.
Oh, okay, good. Yes, I did set that. I didn't know if I made that public or not.
You picked a few people who could.
I think you messaged people privately and told them that they can open it, and then you publicly told everyone that it can't be opened.
Now, yes, that is true. Now, how would you know that?
Because you messaged me personally to say that I can't open the door.
Oh.
I thought we weren't telling her.
Well, Roos is old and senile. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Didn't you tell her something like, if you absolutely need to open the door, Stella can open it for you?
I think something like that.
You said something. I don't remember that per canon, so that's not canon. But I feel like there was something like that in there.
He told me he was telling me. He told me he was telling me because, no, he said to wake him up, I think, and then something about disintegrate.
Oh yes, he said if you need to get out, wake him up, and he can disintegrate the wall.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. No. I said if you need to get out, I could open the door, or you could just make the whole thing disappear by casting disintegrate.
But you're the only one with disintegrate.
True.
Isn't that why he said to wake him up?
Might have been.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I can also just open.
By the way, is anyone else having issues logging into Roll20?
I did initially. It wasn't filling my password, and I had to like type it in manually, which was kind of weird. And then it just kind of stalled out for a little bit. So it did take me a couple of refreshes and retries. Okay. There also was an update to Beyond 20, apparently, the thing that ties D&D Beyond to Roll20. So close your browser in a while, I would close your browser completely and reopen it, because there has been updates to that extension, and they will only apply when you restart your browser.
Okay.
In that recap, did I miss anything else? I feel like I did.
At the start, there was still a scuffle going on with Ice Rose trying to brand I forget her name, but the elfin girl. Thylindra?
Yes.
Yeah, Thylindra. Ice Rose was trying to brand her because she thought that she was still an illusion to force her to reveal her true form. I think you did inevitably get to brand her.
Yep.
And
my compass.
Yes. And so this is her true form. The form that you sent her back to Corwell in her elfin form, that is her true form.
I also marked her for interrogation.
You claim that it was so you could know which direction Corwell was, but okay.
No. I marked her Like I marked
Yes.
her arm before she left so that they will know I said to
Oh,
interrogate her.
yes, yes. Yeah. So you left the mark on her so you could know which direction Corwell was, but then you put the
Symbols, like military
symbols.
symbols.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. On
Yeah,
her
yeah, yeah.
arm.
Sorry. I see your confusion now. The brand and like marking.
Yep.
Okay. And then I ran some ideas by Roos, I think, during watch.
Yeah, you talked about reaching out with some ideas of names of fake creatures. You listed a number of kind of like archfey and things like that, and tried to you asked him to ask his brother about which one of them might be powerful enough to do an illusion that can take over essentially an entire country, or an entire, we'll call it an entire state within a country. Um, so you pass those names along, and they are researching those names of various different archfey.
Yes. And then the last 2 lines of my notes is that when Roos goes to sleep, I try to open the door anyways, and Silas wakes up and catches me.
Catches you what?
Trying to open the door.
Oh, yeah. Do we have Silas here? I haven't heard Randy speak. Okay. I see a Luthien, but I haven't heard of Justin.
I am right here.
Okay, cool. I've heard Bree, I've heard Ice, I've heard Matt. By Ice Michelle. Just I used everyone else's name and then your alias. So
I see how it is.
Well, for years I had to tell everyone that you were like 200 pounds. So I've been keeping your veil of secrecy for a while.
What's that got to do with calling me Ice?
Because you didn't want me to use your real name in group chats.
I don't remember. Anyways.
Yeah. So I was used to using I was used to using our alias for obscuring information, completely unrelated to obscuring information. Let's get back to the D&D world. So Ice Rose, you are trying to open the door, and Silas, you are waking for your watch, watching Ice Rose struggling at the handle of the door.
Got 1 foot braced up against the door, yanking on the handle.
What are you doing?
Checking to see if he actually locked us in.
It seems pretty locked.
Yeah, I know. I don't like this.
I would advise not trying to get out.
Why?
If we're going out one by one solo, there is a good chance you might be sentenced to madness.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if sitting in here is gonna help any, though. I start restlessly pacing around.
You should try meditating. I hear it helps.
I do. I meditate every night for 4 hours.
Start now?
Why? I just got up from my meditation.
Why do you want to go out? It's just not safe.
Because that's because I do. I don't like being cooped up. I don't like not knowing what's around us. I want to go out and take a look. See, I'm not going anywhere. I haven't gone anywhere in a fucking while. I need to figure out
It's
what's going on.
it's best if you stay because they're playing mind tricks out there. I don't know who or what, but we're all susceptible to it, and stepping out just for a few seconds would be catastrophic.
Yeah, I get that, but what's the alternative? We can't stay in here forever. We're going to have to go out at some point.
Let's just wait a couple of hours for everybody else to get their rest, and we'll figure that out. But
Taste.
one by one is not the play.
I mean, one by one sounds better than everyone all at once. I don't know. I don't know. I need to do something.
Question for the DM. This is my watch, right? I'm not losing sleep over this.
No, yeah. So for these 2 hours, you have to do light activity. So quote unquote light activity in order to finish out your rest. So you've already slept for 6 hours. So what you could do now is preparing breakfast. It could be sharpening your weapons. It could be caring to Wrath. Anything that would be, just something like you would do around a campsite without leaving and doing like active scouting or something like that. Anything you can do in your immediate area that isn't too exerting. Like if you said, "Oh, I'm going to do like 500 push-ups," okay, that probably wouldn't qualify. But if you were just like, "Hey, I'm going to make myself breakfast," that would just kind of given bounds.
Okay. Talking eases the mind. So if you have something that you want to discuss, that'll help pass some time.
I pull out a flask of wine.
Or that works too.
What made you leave?
Leave what? My hometown?
Your daughter. You found her. She's what what you were looking for, what you always wanted to. You found her and then you walked away from that.
Not necessarily walked away. I'm at ease because she's safe or safer than before. But in this journey, trying to find her, I've come to know another daughter, so to speak, and I would like to make sure that she is safe as well.
And when does that end?
When I know our mission is accomplished.
Which is what exactly?
It sounds like we're not going to get away from Casgraph no matter where we go, no matter what realm we run to. We need to handle this now and end it. Otherwise, we're not safe. Lila is not safe. Stella is not safe. We need to handle this now.
Okay. So you're doing this for Stella and your daughter.
For family.
Would you do it if you didn't have family?
I would be. I don't know where I would be without my family. I fear that I would probably be ignorant to the world's problems.
So why do I care so much? I have no family. These people aren't my family. You hurt them.
I think for you, it's more about perpetuation isn't the right word, but redemption maybe. You know, in your eyes, you know you are right and you had no choice, but that's not how it's perceived by the others, and you want to make sure they know the truth.
Maybe. I don't know if redemption is the right word. I did nothing wrong. Never done anything wrong but be born with this stupid colored hair.
And you think that's the reason why they don't accept you back at Moonjay? Or, sorry, is it Corwell?
Sonoria.
Yeah.
Sonoria.
I know it is. It's been thrown in my face ever since I was born. There's a stupid prophecy that I'm going to either save everyone or kill everyone, and they've decided that I'm going to kill everyone. And I don't know if redemption is the right thing. I thought that's what it was until I walked in there and the last friend I had told me I had to pass another fucking test to prove that I'm not going to kill everyone.
Then don't do their test, but find a different way to make it happen. Do it on your own terms, in your own way.
That's what I'm trying to now, and I thought when I walked out of there, I thought I would, I don't know, shove into their face, take this moonblade and never go back. Even if the blade doesn't accept me, I don't want it to ever go back there. As, I don't know, fuck you to them, I guess.
Then
But
destroy it.
yeah, well, the
You
problem
don't
is,
have to keep it.
I don't. The problem is, I had a plan, and then now this fuckery happens. And now I'm questioning myself again. I don't know. I feel like sometimes I wonder why. Why not just walk away and let them deal with this themselves? It's their mission, their homeland.
Have you tried looking at it from the other angle? See what is like for them from their point of view. Why are they scared? What makes them fear you? It can't be just this prophecy. It has someone, maybe it's just half truths, which makes everyone fear you.
I mean, the prophecy describes me kind of to the T. There's, have you met an elf with white eyes and gray eyes and red hair?
Is there a possibility that there may be another?
Maybe, but there's, if there is, I've never met them. None of us have ever met them.
the best you can do is to prove them wrong, whether it's for their satisfaction or to validate your true intentions. Just prove them wrong.
How many times do I have to prove myself?
When it matters most, and it sounds like now's the time.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
When I spoke with Queen Tanisha, it sounded like she's bogged down or held back by bureaucracy and prophecies, and she has to look out for the well-being of her people. She's stuck between a rock and a hard place. But you are that outlet to help her show the people that your intentions are good and that you do have their well-being in mind. You guys have the same goal.
Too sure about that. She accused me of killing her brother.
Accused, but did you?
I don't know.
Have you tried finding out?
There, how would you find out? How would
Did you know him?
Yes. I fought with him. He was my best friend. Out of everyone in this world, he was the only one that never doubted me. And I thought she didn't either. And now everyone thinks I killed him.
It's a long shot, but we have a mirror that can help decipher that. It might take some tries or several attempts, but that is one way to find the truth.
Uh,
In this case, there
oh,
wouldn't be any unknowns, considering he's dead.
it's been a long time since I've looked at the mirror. Can I look at an event? Object or creature?
Object or creature. And it does, it does hone in on impactful moments. It is very unlikely to show you a moment where someone is sitting at the dining room table eating a meal. It is intrinsically gravitates towards moments of importance. It shows you times when things change. Um, it does have a wide range throughout the scope of someone's life. So, someone with a shorter life, it would be more limited in the times that it could show. Someone with a longer life, it would show over the scope of that entire lifetime. But within those lifetimes, it zooms in on moments of importance.
Okay. Um,
I would consider someone's death being a moment of importance. And
I
how old was he?
Good question. I don't think I have his age. Do I?
They're humans, right?
They're humans, yeah.
He would be,
Like 20s, 30s. He was young.
I would say, in his early 30s at the earliest, or at the oldest. He, probably. I'm okay. I'm gonna pick a point, and I'm gonna say above or below with a D10 difference from 5. I'm gonna say he was 31.
He was years old.
I would challenge you at least tonight or once every sunset and see if you can get the answers you need.
Why?
It sounds like you blacked out or you missed a very significant part of the truth, and this is one way of getting that. You may not like it, or it may set you free.
50-50. This isn't going to change anything with them. They're not going to be here to see it.
But you would know. It's already eating you up inside.
I don't know if I want to know. Do you want to know?
No, I can appreciate that ignorance is bliss. But that is one opportunity to mend a relationship with Queen Tanisha.
I don't see how it's going to mend anything with her. She's not here to look at the mirror.
If you have witnesses to it, or you can somehow prove that it wasn't you, or was you.
If there was anyone else left alive, we don't know about it. We don't know. If I understood what she was saying correctly, their divination shows that the Moonblade is the only thing left. And me. And
Then
the Moonblade holds the memory of what happened.
then that's your proof. You get the sword, you find out what happened, and if it redeems you, show her the sword, and she'll learn the truth. It sounds like that could happen. And
Full circle.
if it's damning, break it on the spot.
We come full circle. I don't know if they are worth me trying to redeem myself, to prove myself. I also don't know if the rest of you would let me leave if it does show that I killed him.
I think if you did, You probably had good reason to. As heinous as it is, I've seen you done worse. So,
Excuse me?
I've seen everybody have done worse things. I hear Mars killed goblins back in her day. For what?
Allegedly.
Are you likening killing random murderous goblins to murdering your best friend and leader of an important ally
Like I said,
country?
you probably had a reason to do it. I judge you based on on what I've seen, not what I've heard.
I
I think what I'm trying to get at is just take it one step at a time, one goal at a time. Get the sword and figure out what you want to do from there.
okay.
But I don't think you can do it alone. Not in the area that we're in right now, at least. So let's get our rest and we'll get a plan and walk out of here safely, or as safe as we can be, in the morning.
Well, Roos was saying that he could take the rest of you to safety.
The rest of us?
None of you have to be here.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't have to die for this.
I'm not planning to.
Oh, yeah, you do take a lot of hits. But I'm just putting it out there.
I know if we go alone, that is certain death. I know this because back in the Celestial Realm, if I had been the only one there, I probably would have been dead or mind controlled for God knows how long. The only reason why we're even here is because one, you went there and made our chances significantly better, and two, the rest of the group were there to look after us after we made, I will say, a dumb decision, but I wouldn't take that decision back. And we need each other.
Okay, I can see that. Ice looks very uncomfortable. I'm gonna start breakfast. Mushrooms? I have some interesting looking ones left.
Sure. And it's almost daylight anyways, we can start waking up the others.
Yeah, I'm gonna go cook things.
All right. So you guys start to prepare breakfast. Start to wake up the others. While we start to gather people together, I'm going to take 30 seconds, quick break, and then I'll be right back.
I am not eating that.
They're called jelly babies for some reason.
Ew.
It's vegetarian.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like it. Why is
Oh.
it so shiny?
Stick to nuts. Thank you. Oof.
Jelly babies.
Yeah, nuts for me too. But thank you.
Oh, have I fed you guys these ones yet?
No.
I've seen that
Not
one
those
actually.
either. This is horrible. What? Stop pulling mushrooms out of your bag. No one wants any.
They're edible, Stella.
Yeah, but they don't look like they are. That's horrible. That looks like it's being burnt alive and then forced to live.
Don't know about the forced to live part, but I mean, I don't burn food, but it's.
It
I mean,
looks
I
like
have.
it was cut off from Satan himself.
Yeah, it honestly looks like Satan's dick.
In the South Park version, because you know he would rub two of them.
Yeah, why would you share that? That is very inappropriate.
I still have some deer meat for the meat eaters. And then I will source for an egg from Nugget. It looks like we have a Pee-wee too.
Yes, you do. It was so funny. I was listening to the recap, and he's like, "Who is that cat? Who is that cat in the TV?" And I'm like, "Pee-wee, that's you. That's you talking.
I could cook us a Pee-wee.
You're not cooking Pee-wee."
I'll get you drunk enough.
No, you will not. You will never get me drunk enough for that.
Alright, guess breakfast is ready. Everyone's up.
But it is not a cat.
No, we got deer meat and those two mushrooms. I'm running out. I think I'm at the end of my creepy mushrooms.
Okay. Everyone backish? Do we have most people?
I'm here.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So you all awaken to Ice Rose cooking creepy mushrooms again, serving up breakfast of demon dicks. I think that would be the name for that mushroom, especially in this portion of the country. Would be demon dicks.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Is that what we're gonna do to Kazgroth when we finally kill him?
Yeah, I was gonna say we could actually get actual demon dicks if we don't die.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll from Kazgroth to Castrate Groth.
All right. Okay. Let's move past that. Roos, your temple is it lasts for 24 hours, right? So it's not like immediately gone at the end of the long rest.
Yeah, correct. Yep.
Okay. So you guys awaken. Ice Rose is cooking breakfast. Just as a recap, you guys moved into this country. You were being inhibited by plants and other things trying to turn you away, try to steer you back. You got to this point near this battle of Caer Corwell that Ice Rose was seeking out. And you got wind that there might be this hag who is controlling all of this, and went to seek that out. Found this grand fairy who someone else had told you about, that this fairy could give you answers. Once in your lifetime, you could ask this fairy a question. Stella, I think, was the first to attack it.
Yes, because I
Yes.
was cursed
Yeah.
into being Ice Rose.
Everyone was cursed into being Ice Rose.
So this fairy that was supposedly going to give you answers, Stella attacked it, shot it. It fell into the fountain it was in, and emerged an elf girl who you sent home, or at least to Corwell. And then you started heading back towards this path, towards Caer Corwell, where this old battle had occurred. And that's where you set up camp for the night. And that's where you are awaking. You're still in the safety of this temple that Roos has provided. Ice Rose is providing you a rather unsettling breakfast, but that's what she's providing.
There's venison.
So that's where you awaken.
Is it dawn? I don't remember what time we actually went to bed.
Yes. So you guys went to bed rather early, but I would say it's kind of like on the brink of dawn when you awaken from your long rests.
Cool. Go look in the mirror. Or Thylindra.
You're targeting Thylindra with the mirror.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and oh no, I guess I rolled the D.
Yeah. I can see our rolls, by the way. And I think we weren't supposed to see those.
No, you were not supposed to see this. Should I re-roll it?
I mean, we don't know what it means.
We don't know what it means. We know when we're seeing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
You can flip a coin, Dan, and decide if you are going to invert that scale or not.
So I did re-roll it. That's a good call. I will do a 50-50 on if I take the new roll or the old roll. Okay. You see her in what must be probably 400, 500 years old in elfin years, in what you recognize as the city of Corwell today. So not necessarily it's in the exact same state it is today, but you recognize that city. You recognize the architecture, you recognize the views, you recognize where she's at.
How old is-
she's old. She's old.
and she was a lot younger when we met her, right?
She is very young. Like she in elven years is like probably 60. In human years that would be like adolescence still. Or it would be like 18 probably in human years. So she is at a far progressed stage of her life living in the city currently known as Corwell.
She's living in there.
Yes. Like
Wait,
this is like nearing end of life retirement home type of age.
okay. Anything else about her? Anything about what she's wearing that might give me a clue about her status? Things.
Not particularly noble, not downtrodden, just a very, you know, this is a retirement home where you are living out the remainder.
Okay. Does she have horns? Little forked tail?
No. No. She
Okay.
is an elf.
Well, I can't see her surroundings, right?
You can see her surroundings enough to identify that she is in a room that's consistent with the architecture, and she has a view of the city that lets you recognize that it is this city.
Okay. Okay. Tuck the mirror away.
Okay. All right. Anything else you guys would like to do this morning?
Roos is going to head to the door, and before he opens it, he's going to close his eyes and picture that when he opens the door, it is back to normal, albeit probably not something he wants to see, but that the illusion is gone. That's what he's just going to picture with his head, in his head. And then he's going to slowly just open the door a little bit to see outside.
Are you casting any spells or are you just hoping?
He is just hoping.
You open the door and it is just as lush, if not more lush than ever.
Oh, well, that's just hideous. All right. Well, I close the door behind me. Or no, I don't go out. I stay inside. I close the door in front of me, I guess. And say, well, nothing's changed out there. I guess probably time to make our plans for the day. Any thoughts?
So you can see what's really out there, yes?
At the moment, I see the same as you all, but I can potentially, um, cast a spell to allow me to see for a limited amount of time what's real. Though it was very difficult to see anything through what is clearly an illusion.
Like, is like how difficult? Is that something you had to wish for?
Oh yes, I have to wish to be able to see it, and even then, it is much the illusions out there are much more powerful than even my wish spell. So they are. I only get glimpses of what is real through the very elaborate and very powerful illusions.
So
Can help us go in a certain direction. Oh, go ahead, Dan.
yeah, to provide context from what I got out of my recapping of last session is Ice Rose had originally been driving you towards the place where the Battle of Caer Corwell had occurred, which is kind of like it was Corwell before the demons invaded and pushed them back to what is now considered Corwell. So this is kind of this older city that is in ruins. And she also was convinced that there is a hag that was convincing you that the elf girl is the fairy. So there's two major paths of pursuit, which is the pursuit of the hag that is making you think that the elf is a fairy, and just trudging into these battlegrounds of this old ancient city.
Well, I'm wondering is, since you can fly and you can see through the illusion, if you'd be able to point us in a direction of maybe a castle a demon might have made his fortress, or, like a way out of this particular area of the land into something that maybe has, I don't
Yeah.
know, things that we can see.
Yes,
The-
as we were doing before this, I could definitely continue to do that. However, I can continue to do that. If there's another course besides me using my most powerful spell right away in the day, I'd rather maybe explore that. But I can do that. Yes, for I believe an hour or so. Let me look at the amount of time.
The problem with that, Mara, is that whatever it is that's been fucking with us, if we try to ignore them, that means we are leaving them behind us. We don't know if they're very likely to come up behind us, which means we might end up being sandwiched between demons and whatever this Fae is. I think we need to find the source of this first and take care of it.
Okay, well that's going to be a lot harder then. I was hoping we could just, get out of here and get to straight to messing up a demon camp. Um,
For at first, but then we all went mad.
do you think that little kid was actually the trickster thing that's messing with us? That little elf kid that I couldn't understand?
The one that pointed us,
Yeah, the one that had that little sprite.
I don't know. We could try looking for it.
I have a feeling that if we look, they're gonna pop up pretty quickly.
Like, you think they want us to find him?
Or they want us to talk to them so they can redirect us in a different direction.
So
Whatever it
we
is, they seem to be living here, whatever it is, as a local, so
kill anything that tries to point us in a certain direction.
well, no, I'm not saying kill him. That answers no questions.
Well, what are you proposing then?
Asking him more questions.
They're just going to try to confuse us unless you have some way of extracting the truth from them.
No, but I've out confused a lot of people before. So I think
That I
think
agree
this
with.
guy has something to do with the illusions going on. And we need to figure out maybe where he lived. Maybe even have him invite us back to his house and we can investigate from there. I have a.
Okay.
He seems suspicious. Like who lives here? Seems real weird. Don't you
Do you
think?
remember where he was trying to invite you?
Fishing contest.
The
Yes.
fishing contest.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
was a fishing contest.
So I think we need to have a fishing
Mm.
episode.
It's probably going to be a trap. Do you
Oh,
have
1000%. Like in every way, because especially if the little guy's actually the whatever trickster demon maybe that we might be dealing with, that seems likely. Demons working with demons in this day and age.
they're Fae?
Fae, demons, they could be working together. They're both rather chaotic on the spectrum.
Excuse me.
Dan.
But still, I'm pretty sure this kid's involved.
Okay, right. So we know that they're going to trick us. They're going to lead us into a trap. What's the plan for that?
The plan, well, at that point, that'd be a great time to use the true sight to figure out what's going on behind the trick while we're participating in it.
All right,
And
could
we can
definitely do
have
that.
Roos be like invisible or something.
Yes.
Or well, maybe not invisible, because if they can see you and you're invisible, that's sus. We might not want to do invisible, but he can talk to us in our heads quietly about what's actually going on around us, so we can
I'm not
figure out the
much.
trap.
I'm not much of an actor, but I could pretend to be a little aloof and maybe unaware of things around me. And
I think you're going to do great in that role.
oh, thank you. I've always wanted to maybe dabble in the arts.
I'm no spellcaster, but wouldn't you get a sense of when a spell fails? So if Roos
Like
is
if
resisting any enchantments, they would know.
not if there's 6 of us and they're distracted because they think he's dumb.
Hey Dan, can I get you in the sidebar for like a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
While they do that, I meant to do this during watch, but I'm giving Silas a potion of fire resistance.
Nice, thank you.
So put that in your inventory. I'm deleting it from mine. Probably save it for the demons, but yeah, I think that might help a little bit.
The green one, potion of fire resistance.
It's not green.
Damage fire
I guess it is
resistance
green.
for
Yeah.
1 hour.
Yeah, I already deleted it. Yeah, I guess.
Is that from Stormblaze?
Is that where I got that from? Because I know I got the.
No, it could have been. I have natural fire resistance on that.
Well, did we pick that up from the Dragon Loot?
Possibly.
Yeah, because I have a potion of greater healing from Stormblaze.
Yeah, that I remember.
Yeah, I keep forgetting I have that. I also have a Ring of Warmth. Anyone want to add something to their attunement slots?
What was the item again?
Ring of Warmth. Here, I'll share it. It's for cold damage. I don't know if we're going to be fighting anything with cold damage right now. It's been Roos this entire time.
I'll probably
He's-
take it. I actually have an old item that's not super useful at our level right now, so
Okay, so add that
yeah,
to your inventory. I'll remove it from mine.
Okay, sorry, I needed a refresher on the sidebar from last week.
You're the one behind all of this.
So
I think I'm back. Yep. Okay,
Yep,
I'm
yeah, you're
back.
back. All right.
Yeah.
So Roos would say, where did we leave off? You said Silas had said something. Sorry to cut it off abruptly, but Roos was going to interject after that.
I already forgot.
Yeah.
I could certainly do that. I think that, well, like I said, everything here is not real, and I would assume that that might mean the people here aren't real, or at least what they think isn't real. So we can certainly go there. I don't know if it's the wisest thing to do. If well, wise, who knows what wisdom is in this place? But maybe, perhaps. Um, well, Ice, you've been here before, right? Or in this area?
It didn't look like this before.
Well,
True.
we really have two options. Either we try to get out of this land to go around it to get to Kazgroth, or we deal with what's in this land and go through it to get to Kazgroth. So it's really a matter of which one we want to look for.
Well, I
But I'm
believe,
pretty sure that kid's up to something. Like we should definitely.
yes.
He's
Yeah.
got info. I'm 1000% sure.
Well, I, for one, am not sure we can get out of this land, seeing the scope of it, or go around it.
So we need to go take care of whatever's causing this.
I don't want to be wrong. I've been wrong before in a serious matters and in a serious matter. I don't want to be wrong, but I would say so. Whatever you guys want to do, I will support. I just say I don't trust anything that we see or hear, for as far as we can see or hear.
That's exactly what we need you for.
Oh, okay, good. Well, then
And then you can tell us then what's happening, what's actually happening while
Sure.
we're pretending to go along with it.
I will do that then. Perfect. I'm fine with that. I'm clear.
What if the enchantment is preventing us to hear what Bruce is telling us, or changing what he tells us?
Well, that's good point, but we can't just consider every what if. We're about to go fight Kazgroth. What if he has 1,000 minions in front of him that we have to cut down before we can even touch him? You know, I mean, at this point,
Yeah, we're in analysis paralysis.
Yeah,
We
I
need
would
to
say everything
go
out there, anything is possible. Sorry, Isos. Yes, anything is possible out there. So now's as good as time as never.
Great. We have a plan. We go look for the boy. Bruce tells us what to kill. Let's go.
I'm actually excited about this. All right, let's do it. Is this what it's like, Ice? Is this what it's like to be excited about maybe potentially fighting?
No.
Hunting?
Are you? Is he? Did he
I'm
get?
gonna just go next to Luthien and be like,
the
Hey.
goal isn't really to fight, it's to get information, but you know, hopefully
sorry,
they're not secretly worm monsters.
Can, yeah, let's cut away to Stella and Luthien.
Yeah.
while they're like talking, Stella's like, Luthien, I think there might be something wrong with Roos. Kind of like there's something wrong with me.
Well, there's always been something wrong with Roos, but what do you think is wrong with you?
Well, no, not like before when I did something out of character. Roos just seems, I don't know, he's excited for violence now, and he seems more suspicious of everyone. I mean, this
You
is
think so?
well, yeah. I don't know.
I guess that's
something's
fair. He's not
off.
really been excited to be violent before.
Yeah. I just think, I don't know, there's a shift in personality or something. And, you know, it hasn't resulted in anything yet, but is there any reason to
You-
not give him a light cleansing?
You think a greater restoration or something?
Maybe? Because he hasn't been. I mean, we all probably have more going on, but he's hasn't gotten one yet. Right?
Okay. Well, I think you're right. Yeah, I mean, I think I can do that. I'll just slowly walk over to Roots and put my hand on him and cast Greater Restoration like a total fucking weirdo.
Come here, friend. Let me give you a hug.
Okay.
I just kind of
Roost,
like put my hand on his shoulder, like, "Hey, are you feeling okay?" kind of thing. But instead, I'm casting Greater Restoration.
okay, Roos, you were leading everyone back towards this boy who was leading everyone towards their fishing competition. Luthien puts his hand on your shoulder and casts Greater Restoration. How do you react to that?
Player question first. That removes flaws or curses, right?
If you had a remaining curse which could inflict flaws, that is now removed.
Okay, and I'm a spellcaster, so it's clear he casted this spell on me. Or no?
Roll an Arcana check. It's going to be a low DC, but let's.
Well, and also Roos is distracted because of inner.
Yeah, there's been a lot going on, so that's why I figured, yeah, let's roll an Arcana check on that. Yeah,
Oh,
you
geez.
absolutely know that he casted Greater Restoration on you.
Oh, thank you. I could always use a little refresher, Luthien. I appreciate
Hey,
that.
you feeling okay?
Well, that's a heavy question. I believe I'm okay. Very. Are we talking to the group, or is this me talking to Luthien?
I'm talking to you. I'm asking with
Okay.
Bruce.
Yeah.
So you all decided to start turning back towards Corwell to reconnect with this group. So over the course of travel, you know, this is going to be a couple hours of travel. So I'm assuming Luthien would have picked a moment where he kind of has your sole attention to talk to you. If this conversation goes on more than 30 seconds, it might be something where other people are drawn into it. But for the immediate tight future, you guys will be speaking uninterrupted.
Okay, good. Then I know.
Yeah, anyone else can chime in. I wasn't trying to get like into a deep conversation. Just like hey, buddy,
Well,
check in
Luthien,
real quick.
Roos would appreciate it if it was just you hearing it. Yeah, I'm feeling all right. I'm a little. This whole land has me worried, and I feel like maybe we should stick to the plan that we came in with. But I don't want to make a choice again that's the wrong one when so many lives are at stake. So I just know that I might not think this is the best idea, but I'll do my best to keep us all safe. I
Well,
figured
between you and me, I don't think any of this was a good idea. But
that's why I'm telling
glad
you.
you're here.
That's why I'm telling you, because I feel like we'll be fine. We always are. But I don't know. I know how powerful and how fake this place is, and I feel like any change in focus is giving in,
This is
is
a bad
trusting
one.
the lie.
I guess we're gonna have to wait and see.
Yep. All right, everyone. Wherever way we're going, I'm going too. And Roos just like picks up his butterfly wings and is just excited.
What do you feel about the fight coming?
Oh, I've gotten used to him, I guess, with us. You could roll insights.
I mean, so
Luthien.
Luthien trusts Roos like implicitly, but I do have a passive perception of 21. Would
I
would
mean,
I detect
yeah,
anything in his?
I
I
don't
would
trust him.
roll too. I would roll
Well,
for insight because I want to see
yes.
if he's acting differently.
So
And with
passive
the-
insight would be your insight mod plus 10. So
Yeah, and I wasn't even trying to hide it with Luthien, so I could just be blunt with Luthien.
I see nothing.
I don't either.
Yeah, so okay, but Luthien would, and I was trying to actually give Luthien the hint. Clearly, I don't think any of this is a good idea, and but Roos is doesn't. You can clear that it's clear he's struggling, not wanting to make a decision, so he's just going along for the ride. And he's, as he said to Mara, and it's truthful, he's a bad actor.
yeah.
So I'm-
So you guys start heading back towards Corwell, where you had interacted with this elfin child. And he pops out. Oh, hey! You decided to return. The festival's still going on. It's fabulous. Are you joining us? Or are you leaving?
Turn?
We're
Ice looks
definitely
at
going.
Roos.
that's a
Oh wait,
very
he's not speaking in common, is he? He's speaking in Elvish.
Elvish.
God damn it.
Bruce speaks Elvish.
Okay.
Bruce does speak Elvish too, just so you know. But go ahead, Mara.
Mara can't speak Elvish.
No, I can't.
Oh, okay, sorry. So he's speaking Elvish. Okay, then I will say to him in Elvish, that's a rather long festival.
Long? It's just been one night.
Well, what's the festival for?
Well, fishing. Who can catch the largest fish?
Do the fish bite better at night?
Oh, always better at night. But this is the last night, so this is your best chance.
I look at the people who speak Elvish.
Ice raises her eyebrows at Roos and goes, "Well?" Touches her sword.
Well, I haven't cast anything
What-
yet. So,
what did
Oh, yeah,
What
she
did he
doesn't know.
say?
Ah,
What did he
okay.
say?
Well, he's going on about the festival still, and apparently it's the last night, and you can catch the biggest fish here. I think he's lying.
Lying about the biggest fish?
I
I
stab
think
him.
he's just lying.
Well, come along.
I stab him.
But you're gonna
I didn't say.
don't stab him.
So Ice Rose,
He's done right.
Ice
done
Rose.
right.
Yeah. So he's saying, "Oh, come along. Let's go to the fishing hole. Let's catch the fish." And Ice Rose stabs him.
Roos just told me he's lying.
No, that was the whole. God.
Okay.
Hearing
Hold
damage.
on a second. Hold on a second. How do I do this? I've forgotten as
As
the DM. Where's the initiative tracker? Okay, there we go.
As a player, this is hilarious, but this is like so traumatic for Bruce right now.
Go ahead
It was
and
dramatic for Mara.
select your token and roll initiative.
Oh, God.
Can't
I
say
hope he
anything
turns
because I
into
don't
like a-
speak Elvish. What the hell?
You told us he was lying.
Well, we're gonna have to do all that in
Oh my God.
game because
The whole point was we were gonna walk into a trap. We knew he was lying. What? Oh my God. Now we're never gonna find out where he lives or where to find to catch the biggest fish. You just
He
missed
already
out on
pointed.
everything.
He already pointed us to where it is.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna get
God.
back to. I gotta get back to.
Oh
to
my
calm.
God.
Sorry, it's just too fun.
Oh my God.
Okay. Whew. All right.
Okay. Who's joining in on this initiative tracker? Okay, let's see. Does this register?
Well, I
It's
definitely
keeping-
need to now.
I'm working on it. My computer is doing doing a thing right now.
Didn't even have my map open. told you
Stella,
not to stab him.
yeah, Stella is in indecision mode because part of her is like, well, Ice Rose has had a beef with Roos for a while now, so like maybe this should happen. And the other part is like, don't kill each other.
Our plan. No, I didn't stab Bruce. I stabbed the boy.
Oh, the boy. Oh,
Yeah.
damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the plan that we made was we were gonna go talk to the boy, and Roos would tell us if he was sus or not. And if he was sus, we were gonna kill him. So he said
No,
he's lying.
it was to talk to. No one ever listens to
We
me.
learned that we need a better safe word, is what we learned.
Luthien, can you still talk to the dead?
God.
Can we raise this guy back? I have some questions.
Yeah, it's fine.
Wait to see dead?
Probably
haven't-
now.
Justin, have you been able to roll a dice? I can add
I'm-
turn manual.
I'm working on it. I don't know why my thing is it like won't roll in
Yeah,
D20 or roll 20.
yeah. D&D Beyond's kind of weird. So if you can just tell me what your roll was, I can add it.
Yeah, I'll just do that. That's fine. It is an 11.
11. Okay. So Mara, you are up first. They are discussing the situation about the fishing festival with the boy, and Ice Rose just goes to start to stab him.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm
I'm
gonna say
to recover.
I'm gonna say you all are surprised. So Ice gets one good jab in before you get the chance to start
Do I
interjecting.
get my crimson right?
Okay, so if you're casting Crimson Right, I'm gonna say that your initial action is casting Crimson Right, and they can tell you're going in for the stab. So you get your Crimson Right activated, and you are going in for your next go.
Okay.
And what they're reacting to is you firing up your Crimson Right. Does that sound fair?
That sounds fair. But it's literally like I slice myself as I pull the rapier out.
Yeah. So Ice is readying up the draw. She's fired up her Crimson Right. She's going in for the go. Mara, what are you doing?
Dude, what the fuck? We're not even there yet. And then I will attempt to cast Hold Monster on her.
I'm not a monster.
No, but you're a creature in my line of sight.
Isn't it person?
I thought person was more powerful than Hold Monster, but it does say a creature, and
I picked it up for
human?
demons. So, I think this qualifies.
Am I a demon?
Bitch, are you?
We don't know. None of
I
you
really-
know.
At this
what
point.
level is Hold Person?
A lower level.
It's lower,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so Hold Monster includes Hold Person then. Okay, because I was worried that it was the opposite, that Hold Monster was lower and Hold Person.
No,
was
yeah,
higher.
because I couldn't use it on demons when it said person.
Okay.
Or it said humanoid or something like that in the wording.
Yeah. Okay, so you are ready to hold Monster Ice Rose on the trigger that she attacks. Stella, what are you doing?
Stepping in front of the boy, I guess. But she's gonna step in front of the boy, so she's facing the boy and just say, can I hear more about the fish festival?" To try to be distracting of the woman cutting her arm in the background, ready to stab him.
Roos, what are you up to?
My God. Give me just a second. I have to just look at my spells.
I also want to say I know it's been slow going the last couple sessions, but it has been so character enlightening.
I would just Roos would I can't even as a player figure out what Roos would do. He says he's lying. He says, well, he's lying, and then Ice just cuts her arm. And I guess when initiative happens from a character experience, it's like dun dun, you know. So he knows that a fight is coming, and he says, are there any other villages around in the area? He's just trying to talk to the boy, and he will. Where's the elf on the map? Oh, we don't have a map.
Yeah, we're not really working on a map. Everyone's kind of gathered around the
Then
same space.
I will, as I say that, I'm going to fly around the boy, like, like, oh, are there any other villages around, to try to get him to look away from Ice Rose, so that if a stab does come, it comes in his back.
Well, that's rude.
Well, I'm hoping there's other reasons for that, but that's what I'm. So I'm going to move to his, like, you know what I mean. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to do.
So, sorry. On his turn, he will take the dodge action as he attempts to recoil reactively from this attack. Silas, what are you up to?
So he wasn't surprised?
I'm saying for the sake of this, because you decided you wanted to Crimson Right before you attacked him, the Crimson Right is kind of your surprise action. So
Okay.
that is you being like, hey, motherfucker, you're going to die, and lighting up your sword. So you're not attacking on the surprise. Like if you were just like, hey, I'm going to shank him, that would be your surprise. But your surprise was, hey, I'm going to light up my sword. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just gonna use my turn to say, guys, what's going on? Why are we back here? Why are we attacking him? And end my turn.
Okay, so Ice Rose, you have initiated your Crimson Right, and you are ready to attack. Who was it? Someone had provided cover.
That was me.
That was Stella jumped
Wait.
in front.
Didn't Mara succeed on her hold monster?
Oh, she also attempted a hold monster as well, which would
You have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, so
that's
first
on
you-
you.
yeah,
I
first
did.
you 14 wisdom save.
Let me double check what I think my save DC is 18.
That sounds right for this level. 14 would be very low for a level 17 warlock.
The spell has no
Let me
effect on
share the
undead.
whole. There's a whole thing.
It should be on your spells page.
Yeah, it says save DC 18 on the top of my character sheet.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
a 14 is a fail. So as
The spell has no effect on undead.
You're not undead.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay, I'm about to say if it didn't have an effect, well, no, because you could have just succeeded. But
So
yeah,
Ice Rose is raising up to issue this strike to this elf boy, and Mara's spell releases and freezes her on sight. I don't know if what's the duration of this?
1 minute.
So I get to try at the end of my turn. So I can, at the end of my turn, I can try to break it. Okay.
Okay.
So since I can't attack, it's my turn. I'll try to
Yeah.
break it.
So
That saves.
yeah, you said your save was 18. So at the end of her turn, so she tries to strike, and she is frozen, but she is released free. So there's one more turn of combat coming up. Luthien, you've seen Ice Rose try to strike but be held back.
It's just a lot to take in the moment. I'm gonna jump in front of the little kid and draw up my weapons and my shield and whatnot. But I'm not going to attack, even though maybe banishment would be funny. No, I think that's I think that's it. I think that's all I'm doing.
Okay. So Luthien jumps in. Mara
I
has
just
jumped
provide cover for
in.
the kid.
Stella has jumped in. Mara, you're up. You held her, but that hold was broken.
Ice Rose, just like calm down for a second. It's okay.
Literally following the plan.
We're not even there yet. We're still here. We need to go there.
No,
Where
he
the
said he was
information is.
flying.
Okay, well then we need to go where the information is to determine the information. Like if this doesn't help us doing it here. Getting like what's a good killing a minion when Kazgaroth, like same analogy. Like can we just like wait until we get to the fishing competition and see what the fishing competition is? Like
And let
that was
him-
what we were trying to figure out. Like we already knew that this whole situation was sus when we walked into it, remember? Like this is like the already base information. We knew this.
Yeah, we said Roos was going to tell us if something was up, and then we would.
Man, I really hope that elf kid does not speak common.
I look at the kid.
Is Ice Rose still moving to like attack him? Because at this point I've distracted her into talking to me. I'm just like, can we just like is Ice Rose, are you still moving to attack, or like can you see that Mara just like, can we just like wait 5 minutes?
So before you get to Ice Rose again, we should roll through
Oh, that's right.
Stella and Roos and Silas would all have something to say in the meantime. Just not
That's
to
right.
count them.
So I pretty much would have just had time to be like, can you just like wait a minute? Like the plan was for over there, not for here. And then that would whatever. And then Ice Rose's response was, I thought I was following the plan, and then we'll move to Stella's turn. I think.
Did we lose Sarah?
Stella, do you have anything to add to this conversation?
Sorry, there is cat hijinks. What was just said?
Oh, Mara was basically she was just trying to talk Ice Rose down, just being like, this wasn't the plan. We were supposed to wait for there, and Ice Rose said something like, I thought I was following the plan. You know, Bruce said he was lying, and then it's your turn.
Oh, so the fishing festival, I'm so excited, and I'm just talking about the in Elvish to this boy and be like, how does the competition work? And try to like usher the boy to like keep leading us to wherever he's taking us. That's it.
Okay. Roos.
Um. Did the boy turn and face me when I went around his shoulder? No, because he dodged, right?
He was dodging, but he would like turn and try to get behind anyone who was attempting to protect him in this moment.
Okay. Thank you, young man, for letting us know about the festival. You should get home, and we may come along shortly.
Thank you, please do. And he will just dash.
Which
And,
way?
he will try to run. It's gonna be kind of southeast from where you're at.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
You would get an attack of opportunity.
I'm taking it.
Oh my god!
That's a crit.
Oh my god!
Crimson Right. It was psychic damage. Was it psychic or force that I had? It's been so long. Where's my Crimson Right was psychic damage.
Am I within range to uncrit that?
Yeah, you would be in range to uncrit that.
Okay,
Cool.
I will uncrit that.
So it would just be the 9 plus 7, which let me look up the stats of the commoner.
Is uncrit the name of the spell? What spell is it?
Yes, it is called uncrit. It's part of the cleric subclass. It is not. It's a grave domain cleric ability called Sentinel at Death's Door.
That is awesome.
How do
It's
we not know
something.
what that is?
That is. I'm looking it up right now because one day.
No, that is an awesome ability for
Mhm.
a grave domain cleric.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that what Taliesin used to use when he was playing Caduceus?
Yep.
Alrighty. See what happens with this.
Okay. That is still enough, even with the crit negated. He is trying to run away, and Ice Rose strikes him. What should be a critical hit is negated, but he still falls down dead.
Oh my god, we're never gonna find out where he lives now.
Well, are we out of initiative, Dan?
We're out of initiative. The only enemy combatant supposedly is dead.
What if I just stab Ice Rose? I don't have a knife, but
Just with your finger.
What if he was just a regular boy
he,
that you just
First of all-
murdered in cold blood?
that's I'm pretty sure regular boys don't live here, first of all. But
You
now
said he
we're not
was
gonna find.
lying.
Okay, we knew he was lying.
I
When
mean,
we came here because he was lying.
He already pointed out the direction that we were supposed to go. Why leave an
God.
enemy at our
Oh my
back?
god. This
Quick
is
questions for DM. Which way did he point to tell us? Was it the same direction he went to run?
He was heading southeast. The area where Corwell was to the east. The area where you were heading initially was to the west.
Yes. And when he went to run, he ran to the southeast, the same way he pointed to the village.
Yes.
Okay. He was lying, and everything here is a lie.
that looks like
Can we bring him back to life? But before
oh
we
shoot,
do,
spare the dying.
Why?
but
He's
before
already
we
dead.
Spare the dying. But can I? He's like dead.
Yeah, what's the rule on that? Yeah, he's
It
dead.
was
now.
not subdual damage. He is dead.
He is dead. So we'd have to resurrect him.
My god,
If we
I can
wanted
do
to.
What
that.
is
and
That's
why?
expensive.
what is the
Well-
point of that?
No.
Because it could just
that's
be a
question.
regular child that
No,
was
no.
under a spell like what's her face. You might
He
have
is-
just killed a boy for no reason, and
No,
he
he's
was
definitely evil, but we need to find his boss.
I don't think he is. I think that we
Then why
Let
did
me-
you say that he was lying? The
Because he
plan
was.
You tell us who to kill, and you gave us that signal. I
I-
would have killed him if
Yeah,
you
a
didn't tell us
child?
to.
I'd say that there's a significant difference between he's lying and kill him, but that's fair enough. It was a mistake. You know, we should have planned better. But I believe I have a diamond. We could bring it back to life. But before we do that, we need to make a decision. We should not go the way that he pointed out, because there's nothing.
Jeopardy tune is ticking.
What's the Jeopardy tune?
Because we
Something where we just
a little
murder
bit of
somebody,
time.
you know.
Revive him.
Dude,
Ah,
dude,
okay.
Yeah,
we
there's
need to
gonna be
bring this kid back to
consequences.
life, dude. His boss is gonna be so fucking mad, dude. Well, I guess we were trying to lure his boss out anyway, so I mean, I guess they'll figure it out soon anyway.
How long do we have to save him? Does anyone know? I just want to make sure we make
A minute.
Minute.
Yeah,
1 minute.
actually, can you freeze his body, Luthien?
You,
Like the 10
Mental
days
so
thing?
fucking
repose.
unnecessary.
Dude, like,
Ice
he just-
Rose with your goddamn
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Well,
You
I
have to spell
did
the
what we
cast the spell.
planned to do.
I can.
No, we needed to go to the village. We're nowhere near the village.
Oh, I
Either
have-
way,
I
he's
have-
gently reposed.
Oh, Raised Dead is not the good one. We want Resurrection, right?
Okay, so I think Luthien has given you guys a window of opportunity.
All right. How long does that give us? Player question.
Great
10
question.
days.
10 days.
10
Oh,
days.
perfect. Okay.
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 Okay, we're good. Okay, well then, all right. So, good. Thank you, Luthien. I think that we need a moment to talk. It's been everything here is a lie, and what my colleague, my brother's servant in Cornwall said was to not trust anything, to not trust the truths, to not trust the lie. Nothing here is true, and from what I've seen, there's nothing for us here to discover. We need to just go where we intended to go, because everything will be wrong. He may be real, like the elf girl was real, and he probably is, but he's certainly lying. But I
Yeah.
don't know if he knows he's lying.
Yeah, that's the point. That's a
Yes.
child. Children lie to protect themselves all the time. That's what
Well-
children do. And we just
And when they're
murdered a child in
brainwashed-
cold blood.
Okay, well, can we bring this one back to life and
Brainwashed
just go?
I can do that, but I want to make sure we know where we're going, and I don't think we should go where he is from, because even if he is real and the city's real, nothing there is real.
Well,
It's
that could be where the hag is,
Okay,
for all we know.
it's not.
Need
It's
to
not.
stop changing the plan every single fucking minute. We came here because Mara said that we need to go where walk into whatever trap this boy was going to lead us to. And you, Roos, were supposed to do your magic-y thing and see whether he was real or not. I thought you were giving me the signal to kill him
I understand
as
that.
we planned. So let's not change the plan again.
Well,
You
I
said
think
we had to kill it to get to Kasgaroth, because I said we could just go around, but you're like, we have to deal with this. So we're dealing with it, but now we don't know where it
Yes.
is.
I think we should go with the original plan that brought us here in the first place and do nothing else, because everything else is a lie.
Inside track on Roos.
Roos, roll me a charisma straight.
Okay. Sounds like a drink.
We can make that a drink.
Where is
we
charisma?
definitely can.
Where is charisma? There it is.
I don't believe Roos is under any intention to deceive.
No.
So, with a 15, he is telling you directly any distraction to initial missions we had, we should disregard. Anything that has drawn us astray from the initial mission should be thrown aside. proceed on the initial goal. What was your initial goal?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm
Let's go.
looking at Ice. So yeah, when I'm looking at Ice, I was like, I think that Ice Rose, we came here for you, and I know there's a lot of questions, but take us where you intended us to go, because everything else is trying to keep us from that.
Okay.
About the dead boy, we have a couple options.
We've got 10 days. We've done this before when Mara died. Put
That's
him in the
true.
portable hole. We'll take care of him after we're done.
Well,
We know it's safe.
I could just bring him back to life now. I just would lose the ability to see what's true for a day.
We have 10 days.
During this discussion, Dan, Stella's just going to be staring at the boy very intently. Is there a roll that I could make to attempt to see past any magical illusion that might be on this boy while she's staring at him intensely?
That's complicated. I don't think Stella in particular has anything specific. I know Rangers do get the ability to revivify in the alternate rules. Is that something you're trying to do, or
No, she's just trying to see if basically she wants to try and decipher if what she's seeing in front of her, this dead boy, is real or not. And it doesn't necessarily mean seeing past the illusion, but like how the plants were trying to trick them and she was able to navigate through them before.
roll an insight check?
Okay.
So as you were moving in, you guys got a pretty good read on this boy and his town, that these were a distraction. They were a purposeful distraction away from the way that you were going. You got the impression that to follow them was a fool's errand, and in pursuing them now, it was just the chasing down of a fool's errand.
Yeah, I guess she was trying to see if if he was under a similar situation to what the elven woman was, like playing a role he's not entirely aware that he's playing.
Everyone here.
So there could be a real boy that is dead.
Oh, yes,
Right, yeah.
yes. Just as there, when this fairy was slain, there was a real girl who was in harm's way. With this boy being slain, there is very much likely a real boy who is in peril.
I put
Raised
him in the
dead.
portable hole.
Does raised dead bring someone back to life without negative consequences?
I'm gonna have to divorce edition bias and read the spell, because raised dead has very different context in different editions.
Yeah, I don't want to bring him back as a zombie, but the way I'm reading this is he comes back to life. If the soul is willing and liberty rejoice, because I have this spell.
Yes. So in 5e, I believe raised dead is just a normal resurrection spell, but with the what was it, gentle repose that Luthien cast, you could just use revivify.
I don't have revivify.
Raised dead just brings him back, but with exhaustion, right? Correct?
Yes.
I
Okay,
don't
so
have
we
revivify.
don't waste a revivify.
I don't have revivify. I have a raised dead, but I would have to cast wish to get revivify. I have plenty of spell
Luthien
slots.
has revivify. I can do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, so Raise Dead usually has a cost component,
Yeah.
but with Wish you would bypass the cost component. But if Luthien casts Revivify, that bypasses the same.
Okay.
That means we lose Luthien's diamond.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I have diamonds. I'll give you a diamond, Luthien, if you cast it. Actually, you know what I'll do is I will just say I'll go back to character unless someone I didn't want to cut someone off. Did anyone else have something to say?
No.
All right,
No,
I'll pull
Stella's
out a
just
diamond.
silent.
I'll pull out a diamond. How do you look, Stella? Are you looking at the dead body? What's your posture and how do you look?
Oh, she's just standing still. She is just like staring at a middle distance and kind of blinks and looks up at everyone but doesn't say anything and goes back to paying attention.
All right. Okay, then I won't give her the diamond. All right, Luthien, here you can, if you can, bring him back to life. But before he does, are we agreed that we're gonna follow the initial plan, the initial goal that was set by Ice Rose when we came in? Or is that what we're doing
Yeah.
next?
Yeah, sure. That makes sense.
I'm like, I'm
Alright.
fine with it. I just thought, you know,
Yeah.
got to go deal with this. So, we can just move on to. It's just a problem that exists in the world.
Yeah, I apologize to you all. I probably should have been more clear earlier. I'm just not used to giving the directions. It's not something I'm comfortable with. So I apologize. So let's make this right, Luthien, and move on.
No, I'll cast Revivify.
Okay. So everyone I assume stands back. Luthien raises this elf boy from death's door. He gasped to life, surrounded by the lot of you, and just starts to scamper off, run off into the woods. Is anyone stopping him?
I'm not.
I'm
Nope.
going to send a message to him. As he's running away.
Okay.
I'm going to cast that. It's a cantrip, so whatever. I'm going to say, don't tell anyone about what happened here.
Or I'll send the elf back after you.
roll a charisma check or a persuasion. Roll a persuasion check, or is it intimidation? Is it
It
intimidation?
is actually. Yeah.
Roll an intimidation check. Okay. You resurrect him. He runs off toward. Are you good?
You okay?
Dan?
Sorry, you got sneezes.
Did we kill Dan?
I thought the boy died a second time.
Oh
Not
man.
my fault this time.
So he runs off, and you're like, never tell anyone about this. As he's running off, you wouldn't know, but he's not quite convinced.
He's gonna tell everyone what happened.
He was walking through the woods, inviting these people to this fishing festival, and someone just pulled out a sword, lit it up, and murdered him. And then they're like, "Okay, we'll revive you, but don't tell anyone about this."
Well, maybe he should learn to not talk to strangers.
He
Because
runs off.
that's the lesson here, not don't kill children.
What as per what Ice was per the plan and what Ice was thinking, this was not a child, this was something else in disguise.
Well, she thinks everything is a demon in disguise. So.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And so this child has run off.
Like I said, I've seen you guys do more heinous things than that, Ice Rose.
I mean, it could have gone worse.
Yeah. Alright, turn around,
Alright.
go back, Care Corwell.
Wait, we're going back to Corwell?
Back to
Care,
Corwell.
Care Corwell is where we're headed.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Oh, right.
Care Corwell is the battle that occurred in the place that
The
was
place is
formerly.
called Care Corwell.
Yeah.
It was the Battle of Care Corwell. Yeah.
Yep.
For a moment, I thought you were saying Cornwell, and I was like, no. Okay,
You've
good.
been calling it Cornwell the entire time.
Because it's a place in
it's
Corwell.
Corwell.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. So Corwell is where they're at currently. Care Corwell is the former homeland that has been overtaken by demons.
I just say Cornwall because it's a city in England. That's where my brain goes. Is that reference? Corwell, Corwell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah.
Cornwall just makes me think of corn, which is just
Yeah, wasn't
No one-
Cornwall the suburb of Redwall where the mice lived?
What?
Never mind. It was a book series.
Redwall.
Redwall with the mice that lived in the little. It was like medieval fantasy, but all the characters were little forest creatures. It was the cutest thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So you guys are all heading back towards Care Corwell?
Care Corwell. Assisting Stella.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's go ahead. You guys were rolling natures and survivals between the two of you.
Yeah, I was
and Arcana to help
assisting-
with the illusions.
Go ahead.
Are we both rolling or just Stella?
You were giving her help. Okay.
Well.
She got double nat ones. Both roll a 9, but Mara with an Arcana.
It seemed like
Uh,
Stella's giving me shit for killing a child.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Stella's not
is-
paying attention very well. She's thinking
Stella-
about how fucked up this group is. That we just
You're trying to help her along, and she is just railing on you about murdering this child.
actually, Stella's not saying anything. She is completely silent and is just trying to navigate and is not fully paying attention.
Oh, that way. Stella, that way.
Oh. And then she'll just like move in that direction.
Mara, you do have a good read on the terrain that is going on here. You're not able to pull apart everything that's leading you astray as much, but you're at least able to keep on the right track. So you guys will be delayed quite significantly. But you're not turned around completely. So go ahead and roll another.
Sorry. Roll the dice. Dang it. All right.
Okay. With a 25 and a 24. You guys are very disoriented from this slang. The plants are trying to lead you astray. They're covering over the path. When you turn around, the path that you came in on is no longer passable in any sort of way. So you have to find a new way forward. With Mara's following of the different arcane symbols of those who have passed through here before, and Stella's knowledge of the terrain of the land with a little help from Ice Rose, you are able to find yourselves back at the base of Caer Corwell. You see the same terrain, these buildings that look run down, worn down from battle. And there is a bright red path leading forward. Almost a red carpet laid out.
What is it made of?
Ice Rose, it's calling you forward.
Is it a compulsion?
It is more than subliminal to approach this almost red carpeted path.
Sorry, you're gonna have to explain what that means.
It is driving you forward.
To the point where I would forget my tracking?
You wouldn't forget your tracking, but you wouldn't really be able to ignore it either.
Okay, I just want to look for signs for Faith and Dead. I think that's survival.
Yes. Fey, fiend, undead.
Mm-hmm. Well, is this? Do I recognize it? Or should I ask that first?
You detect all of them, but not in a potent capacity to each of them. This path, this red carpet laid forward to you, is of blood.
It's
You
blood?
step into it, and it is calling you forward. It is a path of blood. It is of Fey. It is of fiend. It is of undead. It is of many others. This is calling specifically forward to you to follow it.
I follow.
Do we see this?
For those of you who follow after, it's not as immediately obvious that this is a path of blood. This is you see a sculpted landscape of a town that has been ravaged by battle. You see a rubble of a city. And you see Ice Rose called forward to enter into that ruined city.
Well, I guess
Rapier
this where
is.
it leads.
Ice, as you step by step, you step into this ground that is made made muddy by blood.
Does this look familiar at all?
Familiar in the sense that you've been there, no. As far as this welcoming approach, but you have the sense that this has been made for you, and you have a sense that you have been here before.
Okay. Like with Arian?
That would be a fair assessment.
I'm going to call out for Arian.
Ice
Great.
Rose Ice Rose calls out. You all are following behind her as she calls out.
I have my quarterstaff drawn.
Yeah, ready my bow.
Or not my quarterstaff, my staff of dunamancy.
I never put my sword away, by the way. Crimson Red's still active on it.
Okay.
And I just stride forward, looking
Yeah.
around.
This path is laid out forward to you. It leads you forward, and then it
Oh.
approaches a stairwell down.
Can I Grim Psychometry this?
Absolutely, you can.
I forgot I had that. Oh, I knew I had something. Where's my Grim Psychometry? What am I rolling?
I believe it's a history advantage.
Grim Psychometry. History, yes. Sinister or tragic history of object you're touching or current location. I'm going to reach down, hands splayed open into the blood.
You see with a 14, your master, Arian, being brought those who
Being
are
brought-
unwilling.
Wait, say that again?
You see Arian being brought those who are unwilling, being slain.
Like Arian is killing them?
Arian is slaying them, their blood being funneled into pools.
Does it look like the thing we saw with the ritual they were doing?
Not unconnected, not connected. I don't know if you've seen the Dune movies. But in taking water, they're taking blood. So they are slaying people and taking their blood and pouring it into chasms carved into the rock.
Does it look like it's feeding somewhere? Like that ritual we
It's
saw.
more of a storage pool.
Oh.
So
Right.
it's this massive storage chamber, like an underground aquifer of blood that they are slaying innocents and drawing their blood into.
What context am I linking this memory to? Because this is a
You tied into this red carpet of blood, and this is what you are seeing.
gotcha. Okay. I misunderstood. I thought this was a memory. I
This is
misunderstood.
not a memory of you. This is
Mhm.
tying into this place.
I will stand up and take off.
Running
In
forwards
which
or
direction?
backwards?
And forward into the, you said it was stairs building?
There are stairs descending into a chamber.
I'm dashing in.
Okay. All right. Rest of the party, what are you doing? So rest of the party, you don't see as vividly what Ice Rose sees. You see this path leading into this. You still see the remnants of the city. You see this light soaking of red drips of blood. But it's like stained dirt. It's not a flowing river. It's this drips that go along this path. Ice Rose picks up and takes up at full speed ahead. What do you do?
You hear her going, no, 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 no.
Well, I guess
I guess we'll follow, but
We'll
just
go
like a
after her.
slight bit more cautiously.
Like, didn't we just have a conversation about how everything is a distraction?
Yeah, nah, it's. I think this is where we're supposed to be, though, so it's cool. I don't know what the difference is.
All right, let's go.
Roos will try to match speed with Ice Rose.
Can you?
I don't think so.
I have a
30
35.
I'm 30
35.
feet.
Okay, just a little behind me.
Yeah. I mean, he's the one who said we got to follow Ice Rose, so I might as well.
Silas would follow Ice Rose, try and keep up pretty much while he's on Wrath.
Ice Rose, you plunge down into this chamber. You follow the staircase, torches lit, flickering off the glossy surface of the blood. You enter a large chamber. There's a sarcophagus at the center, channels of blood leading towards it. Standing in front of it is your mentor, Arian. Welcome home.
Wait, hold on. Are we also running like right behind her when we see this?
I assume you're on her heels.
I am.
Yeah.
And for
Yeah.
player, this is a player asking a question. Did Ice Rose tell us that Arian died?
I never told you about Arian.
You don't know who this is?
No,
don't know
okay,
who
never
this
mind
is.
then. Sorry, I thought this was the prince or whatever
too.
dude
No.
that like
Thank you for
the
asking.
whole like story and stuff. I was about to be like, he's alive. Okay, never mind. Sorry, that was a player question. I was
Yeah.
lost. Okay, continue. I'm back here now.
Sorry,
Less
what
lost.
was the prince's name?
I don't know.
The prince is
I-
Tristan.
Oh,
Tristan. Okay.
Tristan. See, it was
Sorry.
like it had an "an" at the end.
We had Tristan and Tanisha.
Arian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyways, continue.
So he opens up his arms wide. Welcome home.
I will run straight into his arms.
Okay.
Does he
He will embrace you happily.
and stab
welcoming.
him before I reach him?
Do you know that he is not who you think he is?
I don't think I think this is another illusion to fuck with me.
Okay.
I'm running up to him since he has his arms open, and then I'm gonna stab him. right in the
Okay.
heart.
Fair. Go ahead. Roll an attack at advantage.
Crimson Right is still on too. Oh, it's
Okay, that is a miss.
20s in this?
Yep.
Can I do a second?
Go ahead. Roll another attack. Just
Is
You-
the second one advantage too, or straight?
just a straight roll.
Uh,
Okay. You run up to him. You give him this hug, and then
don't. I pretend I'm going to. and then
yeah,
I
you
just-
pretend you're going to give him this hug, and then you try to stab a blade into his chest. And as you do that, he just kind of jumps back and he just has this look of disgust. And the blood around him from these channels just funnels up and kind of wraps around him and coagulates into this hardened armor, into this just pure force of blood. Let's see if this pastes correctly. There we go. It just wraps around him and it hardens into this armor of blood that surrounds him.
Have I seen this before?
No, you have never seen this
Can I-
before.
Tell if this is Hemocraft?
Go ahead and roll a Arcana check.
Do I get advantage?
Just
a
roll an
bluff.
Arcana check.
Okay.
This appears to be Hemocraft. He is shaping blood to be his armor.
Okay. I'm gonna stab him again.
Let's hold
If I
on a
can't-
second. Let's see. How do we manage layers? Okay, delete turn orders.
Oh boy.
Here we go again.
I think we're fighting the right person this time.
Are you though?
I don't know. I don't know anything anymore.
Layers. Okay, let's hide
Oh,
this
no, he could be a
guy.
child in disguise, you guys.
Like 3 kids in a trench coat. This is why we always have to card.
A 20 missed.
Oh man.
Yeah, wasn't that
Yeah,
like the guy
yeah.
that trained you or something? Like, of course he's stronger than you.
But I don't
How
think he
anime
is.
works. That's how anime works.
He looks like one of those like totem poles with arms and legs.
Okay, all right, go ahead, roll initiative.
Alrighty. Click me. Roll initiative.
Yeah, select your token first.
Here we are.
While you guys start that, I'm gonna step away for 30 seconds again, real quick.
Well,
Oh man.
things got interessante.
We're fighting my mentor, guys.
Is it your mentor or was he posing as your mentor?
He's using blood magic.
Does your mentor use blood magic? Oh, I guess.
Yeah, he taught me blood magic.
That makes sense now. Maybe I shouldn't have said follow Ice Rose. That's a solid Luthien roll.
I am
Mess.
back. Let's see. We got a Stella, but didn't. Oh no, Stella showed up. Silas. Good night.
Luthien put his in the chat.
Luthien. We
Solid
Yeah.
6.
Luthien rolled a 20.
25.
Oh,
He
sorry.
did no such thing.
I see a 15 for
Yeah, he wrote a
Luthien.
6. He typed it in. Why am I
Being
talking to you,
Silas.
Justin? You're here.
Six.
Like, I'm like, oh, his dice aren't rolling, so neither is his mic.
Yes,
he said-
nothing works.
He said roll 20. He rolled 20.
Yeah, that's what I see.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. That's 6 of you. That looks like it. Okay. Stella, Ice Rose goes in for a stab on this character, and a armor of blood shoots up and coagulates around them. How do you react to this? Oh, she said, "Be right back."
He decided to leave the party.
She's like, fuck this shit.
He's like, enough. This is it.
He said, "Fuck this shit. I'm done."
She looked at that image and was like, no thanks. I don't want to be here anymore."
She's like these damn child killers.
That's another child under there, guys.
Well, if she's not here, should we tick her down one tier?
I would imagine she shoots like 4 times all crits.
Okay, she's back. Okay, we're not gonna. Okay, there we
Okay.
go. Stella, you're up first. You rolled top of
Yeah.
initiative.
First, Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Great. I love that. And roll the hit. Okay.
A 24 is a hit.
Yay.
Oh, good.
Okay. And then I do it again. Well, that sucked. And one more time.
Well, so that one was another damage roll. So you have to roll the hit.
It's the damage
Okay.
roll. Ignore the 15. The 24 was. Wait,
How many attacks do you have?
I have 3 attacks.
Okay, so you have a 24, a nat 1, and a 29. So the
Yes.
24 hits, and then the 29 hits.
Okay. Roll the damage on that one. Sorry.
Oh, I'm assuming you swore this as your enemy as you were attacking.
Yeah. So I did the Hunter's Mark.
But with your bow, your oath bow.
Oh yes. Oh shit. Oh my god, I have to remember how to play.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, and you have not. I don't think you've gotten a chance to use this weapon in combat yet.
She did.
I did. Yeah, I
She
did.
said,
It's
"Oh,
just
girl."
it's just I shot that girl, remember? Murdered someone in cold blood. Okay, yes. Thank you for reminding me. So then they get an extra 3d6 damage.
Yeah. So you have to mutter an enchantment to them.
Yes. So the 24 is the
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
what is it? It's you who have harmed us.
yes.
Okay, so you do 7 plus 8 is 15, and then 7 plus 10 is 17.
That's it.
32.
Woohoo. And that's my turn.
Okay. And they are up. Rend from within. Ice Rose, 30 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, that is 12 slashing damage plus 33 necrotic.
That's it?
Yes, that's it. So that is 45 damage.
Okay.
And
Oh.
you can't take reactions until the
Sorry, is my HP ticking down for you guys?
Yep.
Yeah, but I think you're at 9 too many.
No,
Uh,
I'm at
Took 46.
86.
You took 46 damage.
Correct. But 9 was the Crimson Rite that I did earlier.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I never got that back.
So
Oh.
let me make sure actions.
Wait, did we get 10 hit points for waking up next tomorrow?
Should have, yeah.
How
How
much?
many?
How
Let
much
me
is
look it up.
that?
He was 11,
Yeah.
right?
Hold on, there's a lot of spells.
We're all remembering how to play.
It's 11, yeah.
11. Okay, so I'll just give myself 11 back. Because the 10 hit points would have
Yeah.
offered.
But they also have a bonus action. Let me see. Between the two of these. Okay, Ice Rose, please make a DC 19 Constitution saving throw.
19 con.
Okay.
I want Judy.
You don't have someone within range you can take attack. So, since you don't have someone within range you can attack, you will need to take 16 fire damage.
Half
Okay.
is resistance.
So 8 fire damage.
Uh-huh.
So before the end of this creature's turn, Ice Rose, it will now in its fully armored state said, I made you. I can unmake you. Roos.
Oh man, I just found out about the spell Magnificent Mansion, which, oh my god, Black needs that. But unfortunately, that's not going to help us in this moment.
So, just as kind of like a status check, I'm assuming people probably are going to need to go to bed. I assume people are excited for D&D because we haven't played in a month, but I'm assuming we're probably just going to want to play out one round of combat and pick up there next week based on how late it
Yeah.
is.
Yes, most likely.
Yes.
Roos is going to so he just did a bunch of damage to Ice, and
Yes.
possibly Rice too if she was carrying any. And then
That's
said
racist.
then what he said. No, Ice is an elf. What are you talking about? And then I'm going to go to move. Well, I guess I should do something, shouldn't I? Because he's attacked Ice. I will use the Staff of Dunamancy. No, I won't. Yes, I will. I'm very conflicted. I'm going to use it. Sorry, I just got to pull it back up because it's not an actual item. It's a I have to look it up every time. To use gravity sinkhole, 20-foot radius sphere of crushing force. Let me just copy paste this
Mm-hmm.
into the chat.
Yeah, it absolutely is crit roll content.
Is it not in like the items thing then?
It,
Like-
it should be, but yeah, he's got the content.
Yeah, it's
for
not.
it.
Yeah, I have to like look it up each time. I've
Okay,
tried
it
to
has
find
make
it.
a Constitution saving.
I found it. Staff of Dunamancy.
Oh, they've added it
What's your
since-
spell save DC?
It's very low. I just realized this is a stupid thing to try to do because it's like 15, 16 now.
Okay, so he does succeed.
Damn it. And I put it like behind him to pull him away from Ice Rose so she could also maybe get an attack of opportunity as well.
I don't think I can if he's forced to move.
No, yeah, force movement doesn't.
Oh, well.
Oh wait, I have
They
Sentinel.
they still take half damage. So roll 5d10 force damage.
5d10.
Yeah, and he'll still take half.
All right. 5 of the d10s. That is horrible.
Okay, so he'll still take 8 damage.
Useless.
You see this blood getting ripped away from this coagulated skeleton, and it just kind of like goes into reform and fill the gaps that were still fluid, and it hardens. It coagulates.
He's a skeleton?
No, I shared an image of him in chat where it's this armor of coagulated blood
Oh.
that has formed around this humanoid figure that you know as Aryan.
I don't
So
think-
this is kind of an exoskeleton. It's this extra armor formed around his body.
Oh, and I'm also going to move.
Okay.
I think I said I was going to move first, but I haven't done so yet. I'm going to move my 30 speed to there. Okay, let me just get that and then go there and then go there.
Okay. Silas, you've witnessed Roos trying to tear this bloody creature apart. To some attempt of success.
All right, I'm gonna move this way to right next to Ice Rose.
Okay.
Basically charging him. And because I'm charging him, he needs to make a DC 18 strength save.
He succeeds.
Okay, he will not be knocked prone. And I will attack. I think it's 3 times.
And one more. Both the 23 and the 28 hit for 15 and 9 makes 24. Is that it?
I was not pressing my push to talk. I will also do Unwavering Mark, which basically means he has to hit me or disadvantage on everybody else.
Okay.
Let me link that. And bonus action, polearm attack.
That's a hit for 7. Okay.
And that will end my turn.
All right. Ice Rose, you are up.
You guys have never seen Ice this angry before, but I'm screaming as I go in to hit him.
I-24 is a hit. For what's the Crimson Rite again?
Psychic.
Psychic. Okay. For 25.
And so I stab it into his heart again and scream, "You are not him," and I'm going to brand him.
Okay.
Does he revert form?
Is this with this tech or with the next one?
I think it just happens. Hang on, let me pull the whole. So I brand him with this. Any illusion, invisibility on the creature rebrand ends. Creature can benefit from
And this is
both.
a Blood Hunter feature, right?
Correct. This is the brand of castigation. This is this one specifically is the my subclass feature.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's still there. Clad in armor.
I let out another scream and stab him again. Or slash across his.
26 is a hit for 15.
Bonus action. Do I have them? Would I do it? I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm going to consume a mutagen of cruelty. So I think it only applies to the next turn.
Yes. It enables you to use your bonus action for damage, I believe.
Yes. And I'm just screaming incoherently at him. Like, have you ever seen someone really angry and just like beating the crap out of something? That's what she's trying to do to him right now.
Okay. Mara, you've seen this creature welcome Ice Rose home and her just go ham fighting into it. What are you doing?
Well, I'm not entirely surprised that Ice Rose is a demon sleeper agent, but I will question, was the blood magic that he used, was that a spell? Or was it like a feature or a natural ability?
It was a feature or natural ability. It was not a spell.
Okay. In that case, what I will do is attempt to cast Banishment because I don't think he's from here.
Okay.
So I believe it's a spell save of DC 18 Charisma. Hopefully, luck's on our side.
Wait. That was not the right roll.
Oh no, that's sorry.
No. You were fine. I clicked wisdom.
Yeah, it
instead
is
of
a charisma.
Yep. Whether I kept the wisdom roll and added the charisma mod, or I kept my charisma roll, he succeeded.
Well, I tried.
I will tell you, it was very, very close. If I kept the wisdom roll
low.
Well, if I kept the wisdom roll without applying the charisma mod, it would have been a failure. But
Damn.
it,
He's
as a
so
charisma
charming.
roll,
He's so charming.
it was enough.
I was
to-
honestly, I was just depressed, so I got distracted. My bad, guys. Yeah.
Well, do you guys have something to modify that at all?
No, not unless somebody buffed me beforehand.
Actually, I have a reaction. No. Nope.
You know,
You guys,
Actually, I
you
would have
guys
had
really
to
need a bard. You need a bard. In this
need a
party.
bard so bad. Yeah, no, we don't have we don't even send out any guidances or anything, man.
No. Yeah.
But I will need to move forward 20 feet in order to accomplish that spell. So I'm gonna go ahead and just move my
Okay.
character for that.
Okay. And then Luthien. Ice Rose is ferocious going into this being.
Ice went cray-cray.
There is violence on hand here. Everyone else has had a chance to move. What are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna get in on the violence, I guess. Move over to the side, and I want to try something that I've never done before. I am going to cast Divine Word.
I've
And-
never seen this cast before. I'm excited.
Believe it or not, it's a bonus action,
What is it?
and it's a DC 19 Charisma save.
Okay, they've got a good charisma. Oh. 28.
28. I figured as much. Well then,
Can
I
you fuck?
will-
Can you fuck with that at all?
I cannot because it's a save.
Okay.
What I will do though for my action is a what's it called? Booming Blade. And I'm gonna smack this boy. Let me just roll real quick. I gotta roll an attack first. Damn it. I always forget.
Arian was an elf.
Celestial Fae, Fiend, or Fiend.
So that's
Interesting.
that's
Yeah,
a 21 to
Arian-
hit for 21 damage plus 16 thunder. And another 19 if he moves.
21 to hit. 21 is their AC for 16 thunder damage.
And the attack itself does 13 piercing plus 8 sneak attack. So another 21.
Okay. Yeah, that gets added on. 13 plus 8. Okay, that is enough that you just get them bloodied in the first round of combat.
Nice.
And
And
oh, go ahead.
if he moves, he takes another 19 thunder damage.
If they move. Let's find a rooted icon. But do try to remember that for next time when we
Okay.
pick up, which I think, based on how late we are, is going to be now. Unless people have the ability to continue on.
Let's finish the fight. No, I'm just joking. I gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
I do have things in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought
Hype
this
as I am
was
to
the right
finally start
time.
fighting demons.
He's an
What?
elf.
Instead of small children and
Demons?
mushrooms.
What makes you think this is a demon?
I don't know, the blood.
He looks like an elf. I,
Yeah,
s-
this
Covered in
I
blood.
branded him and he stayed an elf.
That
So
means
he was a
nothing to me.
demon elf
That means
the whole
nothing to me.
time.
He's wearing a helmet. Can we even see his face under the armor? I don't know if he changed.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe blood is the new fashion.
I'm-
I'm like
you know?
60 feet away, guys. I can't see shit.
I'm curious though, Dan, like if that divine word had succeeded, if he's a full elf, does he go back to the Fey realm?
that would be interesting.
Because that would apply to Ice Rose too.
Well, I wasn't targeting you, so you're fine.
Yeah, this is an interesting place and interesting times. As far as you're aware, you're fighting an elf who is actually truly an elf who has abilities built around blood, which you do as well, because they trained you to have these abilities built around blood.
And
Yeah.
their training is definitely elf-ficient.
You know, we could just go with the obvious solution, which is Ice Rose is a sleeper agent for the demons.
That's
Just
what
saying.
that's what my people has been saying this entire time.
You know, I think they might be onto something.
That's
I don't
Welcome
know.
something
I
you
think I
need.
need to read that prophecy for myself. I need to see the wording. The wording matters.
Yeah, we
I
never
think
even asked.
Tanisha said it.
I never talked to
The evidence
Tanisha.
supports it.
You were in the throne room when she said it.
If you think Mara's memory is that great, I don't even take notes.
Welcome home, Ice Rose.
Oh man, I did not expect this guy.
Good night, everybody. I'm off.
All right, good night,
Yep.
guys.
Thank you,
Have a
Thanks,
good
Dan.
night.
Dan. This is very fun.
Fantastic.
I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to whatever is going to happen here.
Yes.